Hello, this will be a video about how to navigate the screen and everything when you are taking the Parcc test for the math section. Okay, so if you just Google Parcc tutorial math, that will work. We can go to Parcc tutorials. And let's see. Is this what I want? Oh, I don't want this. Well, this is the Parcc website. And I can go to practice. That's what I should have typed. Practice test, not tutorial. Okay, view mathematic practice tests. You can kind of get these in different ways. But here's where I want to go. I'm going to do the Algebra 2 one. So you should do this yourself and play around with this. So what's taken in March is the performance-based assessment, and then later we'll take the end of year, but we're going to look at performance-based. Okay, so we will be doing computer-based. And let's get used to all the computer tools. So there's going to be two sections, one non-calculator and one you can use a calculator, and 20 total questions. Okay, so this would be your start screen, like before you begin the test, right? I think you have to enter a code and then you can start this section. So here's your first question. This is a very simple one. Put in your answer. But let's say, I didn't feel very confident about my answer. That's not correct, by the way. Let's see. So let me flag it. So then I know later I'll go back to it. Something else I can do is a notepad. So I can make myself a note to look at later. Like, did I undo the square root correctly? Or check your work. And you can X out of that. And once I come back to this, those notes will still be there. Okay, let's move on. Next. All right, here's another one. Sometimes they're a little creative. Here I have to graph my solution set, so I have some options, whether I want this bounded set, and I can vary it, or if I want to add another one. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, it's here. But let's say I want to get rid of this one, I can remove it. And I'll do stuff like that. Something else that's cool is that if you ever highlight anything, so let's say I wanted to highlight the direction solve. I can make pink. I can make it blue. So if you want to highlight something. Okay, sometimes the questions are select all that apply, and you'll get the boxes. So if you see boxes, that's a good indicator, that's the word I'm looking for, that there's multiple answers, or there could be multiple answers. Okay, I'll go next. Which equation? So now it's circles, so there could only be one answer. And let's say I'm not sure about this one, I'll flag that one too. And let's say I wanted to highlight this non-real. Here's fill in the blank kind of question. And then they do things like this, like drag and drop. So I just have to put one expression and match it with the other, and then this would be fully answered. Okay, let me show you another tool. It's called the answer eliminator. So let's say I was looking at this and I was like, oh, well, that's not equivalent. So I can select that and be like, nope, 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 and really focus on the answer choices I have left. So that's actually a really helpful tool. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I've finished the non-calculator section, but let's say I want to go back. I can keep clicking previous, or you can review answers. And I could review answers by clicking this, or there's always the option to review on the top. Okay, so I look at this. Okay, I see I answered all the questions, but I flagged question 1 and question 4. So I can go back and view question 1. I can even look at the notes that I made myself. And I can change it, sure, and I can go back to the review. Well, let's say I was positive about this one now, and I unflag it. And then I'll go to this one. You know what, I want to change it to this answer, who knows. back to the review, and I'm done now. I can end the section. So I'm done with that section. I'd want to move on to the next, and I can press continue. It's going to warn me, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Okay, now I'm going to start the calculator section. This is 13 questions. And it's going to allow you access to a TI-84 graphing calculator. So it's a simulation of the graphing calculators we use in class. It won't let me see it now. It's only like during the test. But this is where we kind of come into, I'm just going to put random answers for those. This type of question. So this you definitely want to play with because you actually have to type in an equation. You have to type in math and you have to practice this math type. So let's suppose I wanted to put in a quadratic. I'm not saying that's the answer, but I could put a caret like above the 6 and make it x squared. Or there's lots of things that I can do. I can put in fractions. So how did I create that fraction bar line? I just pressed the slash. But another way I could make a fraction is going to math symbols. And I could make a fraction this way. If I click on that and then make it 3/4. But you really don't want to spend a lot of time trying to figure this out. So I definitely play with this before you take it. So you have I, pi, if you want to have something to a power, there's that structure there. So if I want, I don't know, 2 to the 4th, I'm just making this up. And you have a bunch of symbols here you can work with, math symbols. This is more geometry, but if you want equals or non-equals. Geometry, you got great symbols if you wanted to do like a proof, trig, stats, and some Greek letters. So with that, you kind of have unlimited options of what goes in there. And you still have the notepad option, you still have the highlighter, and you can still flag questions. Okay, this is another one where I have all this space and I actually have to enter an answer and show work, but I'm showing work on the computer. Same thing for these two. Okay, and then it also says justify your answer. So you can type sentences in here and give an explanation, right? Enter your answers and your explanation. So this is just a blank space. You can organize it how you want, put your answers and explanations. So there's a lot of these. What am I on? 11. Here's 12, polynomial, and this will be the last one, 13. So I'm going to have a lot that were unanswered. I finished the last section in the test. Great. So if I review my answers, I can see, oh, I did all of these that are not answered. But let's say I want to like narrow it down. I can click, just show me the ones I didn't answer, and I can go through those, or just show me the ones I flagged, and I can view those. And I can go back to those. And all my highlighting and all my notes will still be there. But if I'm done, I can end the section. Submit final answers. Submit. And I've done it all. So give that a chance. If you just Google it, find that practice test and do that one.